All stories alleged. For gossip and entertainment only. Let's do this.
Hello, gossipers. Sharona here. So we're gonna talk Allison Holker and Stephen tWitch Boss. Now, who's Stephen tWitch Boss? He's better known from the Helen DeGeneres show. He was her DJ, and he was also on So You Think You Can Dance, which he performed on, and that's where he met his wife Allison, and he was also a judge on that show. So a couple of days ago, she did an interview for People magazine to promote her new memoir. And in that memoir, a lot was revealed about Stephen that no one knew. And things like, she said that he was addicted to the drugs and that he was sexually by a man as a child. Now, Allison said that after Stephen died, which was he took his own life, she went into the closet to find an outfit for him to wear to the funeral. She said there were shoe boxes, and upon looking in these shoe boxes, she found journals that Stephen had written that she did not know anything about. And these journals contained personal stories that Stephen did not tell her and kept to himself. So a lot of people are upset with her because they're like, you're tarnishing him, you're bringing him down, you're putting him out there like he's a drug addict when he's not that. He was struggling with depression, and he was finding ways to try and cope with that depression, that feeling of doubt down. And even his cousin was like, come on. He was trying to get off of marijuana. I think I can say marijuana. He was trying to get off of that, but it takes steps. And he wasn't just doing it to do it. He was doing it for mental health reason. Now, if you're not aware, Stephen took his life December of 2022. And it was also revealed that Allison made his family sign an NDA before they could attend his funeral, which to me is downright conniving and just mean. So shame on her. I want to have empathy for her, but when you hear stuff that's coming out, you're looking at her like, really? And remember, they have 2 kids together, biological kids. She came into the relationship with a daughter named Wesley. And if I'm not mistaken, they said that Stephen adopted Wesley. So Wesley was 14 at the time. And she also said that Wesley was the last person to see him alive because he dropped Wesley off at school. And his last words to his daughter, Wesley, was, I wish I could be your Superman. Something like that in that words. So, of course, she's 16 now. She's struggling, because her dad said that to her and he was no longer here. So, Twitch, Stephen, he had to be going through something because all of his friends and families who are coming out now because they're pissed off that she revealed these personal notes that he kept to himself in his journal. And it makes you wonder, well, if he could not speak to his own wife on what he was feeling or going through, then it says something. Now, some people might say, no, you don't have to speak to your spouse about everything. But you would think certain situations, especially if you're dealing with depression and you're finding other ways other than therapy to talk about it, you'll sit with your wife, let her know what's going on, and then as a couple you can come to some understanding that we're going to go to therapy, we're going to go to counseling, we're going to do something to get my husband better. And they've been together, I think, probably 14 or 15 years, but married for 9, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. So for her not to see, well, after it happened, now she's saying, looking back at it, she did see little signs, but she did not think it would lead to this moment. My other thing is, if you knew, because she also said that he would go to their guest house, I think it is, to smoke and drink, because he did not want to do it in the house with the kids. So if you know he was doing that, were you partaking with him? Or if you know he was doing that, was it in excess? Or was this a man who just came home from work, tired, wanted to unwind? And you drink a little wine, you smoke a little weed. But she said that, I think pills also, and can I say the word mushroom? Because, I know YouTube and, certain things you can't say, but those she's also saying was a factor. So yes, his family and friends are so pissed off at him, and she is coming out basically. Let's see what she is saying, because all of this backlash that's going out, she had to come out and make some kind of statement. And let me read one. She says, "To fans of Stephen and our family and friends, I want to be clear that my only intention in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life with Stephen to help other people." Holker began in a lengthy Instagram story on Wednesday, January 8th. "Just like you, I never really knew what happened, and even as I am trying to put the pieces together, I will never really know." She continued, "I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Stephen. I hope that maybe they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late." And she also goes on to say, "My hope is that we won't need to lose another husband, brother, father, friend to S." Holker continued, "I believe that if Stephen was able to choose, he would choose to have his story told, if it means even saving one life. Much love to all those who have supported our family these many years." Now, Stephen, I don't think Stephen, if he was alive, would want people to know that he was, according to her, physically abused as a child. That was for him to make that decision if he was alive. It wasn't for you to go and read his journal, his personal private journal, because that's what she did. She read this man's journal and then came back and tell this man's story, which it was none of our business. Now, they're saying that she is a frequent visitor to the Diddy parties, allegedly, that she was cheating on Stephen, allegedly, that he wanted to get a divorce, allegedly. So, Allison, this was just wrong. They are also saying, this is social media, saying that she cheated on Stephen, or she was cheating on Stephen. Now, she has a new relationship, which is fine. He died, as I said, December 2022. People need to move on. They need to go on. But to write a memoir for yourself, which I also heard that she had a troubled childhood, that's fine. Put your stories out there, but not his story, especially when it's stories that you found in his personal journal and he did not tell you. Now, there is a reason why, or he was not ready to tell you after being together for so long. And now you're causing trauma in the family. What if his parents didn't know? His brother didn't know. So now, she opened this flood of, is what he's saying really true? Did he write this? No one has seen the journal, so we don't know. We can only go by what she is saying. But yes, his family, friends are so upset with Allison for, thinking that she's tainting his character. Stephen was a great guy. I've never heard anything bad about him. Helen DeGeneres was heartbroken, as was everyone else. Again, these are celebrities. We don't know them. We can only go by what we're seeing on TV. But when you have a lot of people coming out to say that he was this person, then you want to believe that it's true, because too many of them are coming forward and defending this man. And again, she had no right to tell his story if him himself as a husband did not trust her as a wife for her to know. And to go into that man's personal journal and to tell his story in that journal. And I wonder, I'm sure she didn't even give the family a heads up like, look, I'm writing this book and I'm going to reveal all this. I mean, just sick and twisted. And the other thing too is the kids, his two biological kids with her, they are not allowed to be around his side of the family, that she's controlling these kids. Now, you can hear of grandmother rights, or grandparents, I should say, rights. Hopefully something can come of that. And we'll just have to wait and see. But Allison, everyone grieves differently, but this is not the way. They even said that allegedly she took her name off, her ring and her name off her Instagram 2 days after he died. So I listened to blogger called Sherelle World with Sherelle and Perry. And Cheryl, she's like, we need an investigation. They need to open back his case to see what really went down. And when she's accusing him of all these illegal substances, when they did an autopsy on Stephen, he had nothing in his system. Nothing whatsoever in his system. So, they're just questions that need answers. And yes, so gossipers, what are your thoughts on this story? She's accusing him of being an addict, basically revealing that in his journal he said he was by a male, and the autopsy said he had nothing in his system. How long does it take for DRUGS to be out of the system? That we don't know. And we can't even say it was the D that drove him to do it. No, it was mentally he was going through something and felt for him the only way out was to do this to himself, which is sad because his kids will not know how beautiful of a person he is. Wesley, as I said, at the time she was 14, she's now 16, she's adopted, and they're two younger kids. I can't remember the name, but those two are under 10. But anyways, gossipers, let me know your thoughts on this story. Was Allison wrong for putting her husband's journal information out to the public just to sell and make money? As always, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, gossipers, for listening and watching.